Lesson 216 of A Course in Miracles. It can be but myself I crucify. This is the lesson we are going to be reviewing today. My name is Judith. This is the Qigong support for A Course in Miracles students, and this is part of the Lucid Mind Center, a virtual center for retraining the mind. And how this is going to work, we're first going to read and contemplate the lesson together, and then I'm going to guide you to a Qigong class where you can enter into a kind of a deep meditative state, either by a moving meditation from Qigong, which I have put together, or a seated meditation. Let's begin reading our lesson together. So this particular lesson, it always is very hard for me. This is now the second time I'm doing this within like those 2 weeks. It can be but myself I crucify. So we've done that about 3 weeks ago or something. And when we did it last time, I was miserable. And even realizing it's by myself I crucify, I still kind of felt this negative emotion within myself. And it almost is almost as if I have to really understand it. And the reason I have this negative emotion, and I'm going to be very honest with you, is because I have got tinges again of envy, of feeling of inadequacy, not feeling good enough, sadness, realizing that it's all in my hands, and still that I feel that I'm kind of misusing my time. So this is like a conglomeration of all those emotions. And none of it is true. I'm actually, when I'm looking at it with the eyes of love, I'm actually an accomplished person. This whole Course in Miracles recording, and it is just really taking its toll on me. So this is my contemplation at the beginning of the lesson today. Lesson 216. I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. It can be but myself I crucify. This is from lesson 196. All that I do unto myself. If I attack, I suffer. But if I forgive, salvation will be given me. What is different now? So you're going to say, well, if you've been doing the Course in Miracles, is it helped you at all? Well, of course it has helped me. Because when I have these feelings, I know that it's myself who's doing it. I know it's myself who is crucifying. And in the past, I probably would automatically assign the guilt to somebody else. In fact, today, again, I had a very quick thing with my partner again. And he then left because he needed to go shopping or something. And then later on, I was just sitting down and said again, you've done it again. You're reacting so fast to the ego instead of actually remembering the light behind the person, the true self. My true self. Even I'm writing about it, I'm teaching about it, and then I forget it. It's like unbelievable. But it's about being honest. You're asking for sure, why am I telling you this? It's about being honest. It's about being consistent. It's understanding this human experience, understanding that there are powers in the game which we cannot understand, which are powers in the game which are leading us or guiding us a certain path. And when we put our future into the hands of God, like we did yesterday, in the class yesterday, then certain things might appear, and you're gonna have to learn to detach yourself from the outcomes. We're gonna have to learn to detach ourselves from what we think the way things need to play out. It is all a learning. All things are lessons which are sent by our higher self, by our God, by our source. All of them are pointers back to truth. So yeah, it can be but myself I crucify. All that I do unto myself. And even if I do it to somebody else, I'm still doing it to myself. It is just in time and space, it seems as if we are separate. If I attack, I will suffer. I will suffer now or I will suffer later, but definitely it's me who is going to suffer if I'm attacking. But if I forgive, and you always got to forgive yourself as well, but if I forgive, salvation will be given me. You gotta also, all of us, we sometimes forget to forgive ourselves, but we gotta forgive ourselves first almost. Forgive ourselves for not being perfect. Forgive ourselves for being under the influence of things which are outside of our control, which, like, for example, our hormones, our things which are happening on the outside. And our task is to detach ourselves from it and realign ourselves with our higher self, with our source energy, remembering that we are just having a human experience. That's all. We are here to light up the world and to enjoy the world. And the way to do this is to forgive, is to accept, is just to take it as it comes. It's just what it is. So I hope this makes a little bit sense. Let me know if this makes any sense to you. Also, let me know where you're watching from and how long you've been with the Course in Miracles. After you've done the Qigong class with me, if you like it, subscribe now to my channel so more Course in Miracles students can find me. So here again is the standing Qigong class I suggest you do now, or you can choose the seated Qigong class, and here you have got the whole list of classes which are made for Course in Miracles students. Love, light and chi to you.